can hold them attention for a considerable time, or make stories practically always, a human story is practically always about one thing, aren't they? Death. The inevitability of death. I don't know.
We're doing 3 quotes this time. Oh, is that too many? Do you have dicks you planned on sucking? Well, it's Yeehaw Winter, you son of a bitch. That's unfortunate. Your dad's gonna have to wait.
Yeah, this was all out of focus. Thankfully, the exposure was also fucked up. Also, the point of the video is that the story I tell in the video is too sad for the video to have a point. I've been reminiscing about my old videos recently. Back in the day when I would just fire up the slur factory and clock the fuck in. And you know, now it's I gotta read all these books and wrestle with all this awful stuff and fuck it. I've been grinding this axe and just why not? I gotta be honest. A lot of my unfinished scripts look like manifestos by a man with a peculiar political axe to grind. If I was made supreme dictator of the United States, I'd line up every cartoon character against a goddamn wall. You've had enough, SpongeBob. I have before argued for the ending of franchises for artistic reasons, and I'll forever champion From Software's choice to conclude the Dark Souls games. Also, I'm just saying, seems to have worked out business-wise too. Almost as though art comes from talented groups of people, not logos or IP. I'm a warrior for culture, for artistic integrity. Yes, there being 3 different Terminator 3s does diminish the otherwise unimpeachable quality of the first 2. So, like, is there no fate but what we make? The actual theme of the first 2, wrestling with fate, like, what's being said now? Because if the story had ended there, you know, at the end of Terminator 2, and boy does it feel like an ending, then there is no fate but what we make. We have free will and autonomy and can overcome our base nature. Oh man, am I ruminating? Oh boy, I think I'm fucking reflecting, fellas. Damn. Sounds like we can and do actively undermine the artistic statement being made when we defile graves for money. This message is sponsored by Raycon. You can tell I'm genuinely mentally unwell because I love running. Only unhinged people do. I have for years, and I've always wanted to make a video about it. But simultaneously, it's none of your business. I do lots of things a lot. What are you, a cop? Who wants to know? My running time remains sacred. Unless, of course, Raycon gets involved. Raycon, baby, you treat me so good that I'll tell everyone. I don't even care. The surest method to shut my brain up has always been blasting the noisiest stuff I can find into my eardrums on a long run. And Raycon is perfect for this. How could I possibly experience a thought when Raycon has made it sound like Rico Nasty is personally screaming in my ear? The sound is so crisp and clear, and of course the bass successfully crushes any and all electrical impulses passing through my gray matter. I can also use the incredible active noise cancellation to shut out the world, or use awareness mode to watch out for the ugly shit show trucks that are always barreling down every Texas road. The essential open earbuds, or new bone-conducting headphones, can help you go for gold, or you know, just run away from your persistent anxiety. I don't know what exactly I'm running from, but I will outrun it someday. Run with me in spirit with Raycon. Also, doing so does support the channel. Click the link in the description box or go to buyraycon.com/Peach Cobbler BC to get 15% off. Thank you, Raycon, for sponsoring this video. But you can argue for all this gay shit I'm saying about integrity and themes, and it can be so easily dismantled with a simple argument. But I enjoyed insert slop here. No. We're done letting people enjoy things. That shit's over. It was terrible. Star Wars The Clone Wars was never good. You were just 9. Here is my YouTuber-approved list of things you are allowed to enjoy. The point I'm trying to make is that if the Star Wars never end, the Star Wars don't matter, understand? The Star Wars now have all the joy and meaning of the fucking song, just endless generations being pushed through the goddamn meat grinder. And for what? As we continue to exploit these settings for completely unnecessary commercial reasons, the characters become confused and inconsistent. The need to serve fans familiar sights and sounds will result in circuitous plots that go nowhere and conflicts which cannot end. The chief has to be fighting the Covenant, no matter what. They try to do other guys and it doesn't work, so just we'll always be fighting the same guys forever. That's a terrible story. I think Star Wars is 3 good movies that happened 50 years ago. I think these cartoons are trash. I think this trash looks like cartoons. Oh, and that's a minority. That's just a non-starter. Franchises don't die, stories end. They have to. The ending is where the themes are usually actually finally expressed. And their, characters fully realize their potential. The actual significance of certain earlier actions is made clear. The ending is the meaning. It's the final statement of the art. Is Andor good? I'm glad one turd stuck to the wall, but I think you've done no favors for the home's value. I just cannot look at another goddamn Star Wars. I tried to tell Halo fans to stop playing Halo. Stop enabling the madness. You need to accept that Halo was of a time and place. Halo was never good. Bungie was. You didn't like Captain Green Man because his suit looked perfect. Like, oh, look, they fixed it now, it'll be good again. Like, no, you liked Captain Green Man and his silly fucking suit because he and that suit were a part of a grand and enrapturing creative vision. Idiot. Owning the rights to a logo and title and characters even, that's all meaningless. I think that Microsoft leaving Bungie in favor of their aging shooter franchise will forever be remembered as one of the greatest mistakes in gaming history. Talented people are the valuable thing, not the fucking logo. And of course, all these properties, all this IP, they do have shelf lives. Here's how long 50 years is. If Abraham Lincoln had released Star Wars instead of that waste of time Emancipation Proclamation, like a gamer. 50 years passed between the Emancipation Proclamation and the Wright brothers' first flight. What strikes me, reading Conquistador and Cowboy Yeehaw accounts, is how these men are fucking killing in order to usher in a future. They didn't know the future. That's crazy. That's silly. These are just guys. Guys can't tell the future.
That's Moon Man talk.
Life, broadly speaking, not an individual life, has no ending. We don't know what the point of all of this is. Life is confusing, ambiguous, murky, complicated, and stories are not. That's why we like stories, for the expression of these ideas, the communication of ideas. And, I do believe communication is sacred, and this is not. This is not sacred, what's happening here. Stories once concluded, and it is those endings that provided those stories with meaning. It is at the ending where we see why sparing Gollum's life was not a mistake, and where we see that the future is not set in stone and Judgment Day is not inevitable. This whole video essay has been unfortunately poorly thought out. I'm in a bad fucking mood. Projects aren't panning out, and the fucking camera was out of focus the entire time for 6 months now. I've wanted a solid conclusion to this idea. When is it clear that we should let a story end? By what right do I enjoy Doom Eternal while begging for the end of Halo? Well, Doom was sorta crusty, and there could be some value in redoing it. Look at it. Halo 3 already existed and was perfect. When the team behind something considers their vision fulfilled, that seems like the time to just sort of cut your losses, right? Let the story end. I'm tired of stories being about nothing because nobody can die, and if nobody can die, nothing matters. This is the legacy of superheroes on the broader media landscape. The setting designed for infinite stories where all conflicts just go on forever. The problem isn't just that I'm tired of reboots and reimaginings. It's that we have robbed stories of their greatest power. This is all really one long explanation for the fact that I'm not watching this Hunt for Gollum movie. It's gross that you're making it. You're gross if you watch it. Be pretentious again. If you just let people enjoy things, they'll do heroin and goon until they die. You're not allowed to enjoy this, and if you do, I don't respect you. If you do, you don't understand the point of stories, period. Much less Tolkien's work. Also, don't watch whatever the fuck this is. Thanks for watching. Something big soon. Christ.